in the day, we had no clue. Tomorrow was waiting for me and you. Stories unfold like a time travel view. Then, now, and you. That's the groove. Past is the present in every move. Tune in, listen, it's all brand new. Then, now, and you. That's the groove.
Welcome back to Then, Now, and You. I'm your host, and today's gonna sting a little if you've been swiping your thumb into oblivion at 2 a.m. hoping that someone out there thinks your dog selfie is cute. Look, dating apps have basically turned romance into like ordering takeout, except food doesn't show up, it ghosts you, and sometimes it matches with you and then says, nah, I'm not hungry anymore. So today we're digging into the question, do dating apps even work? And if not, what the hell do we do instead? And to help me figure this out, we've got a returning guest, relationship coach, researcher, and all-around voice of reason, Sarah Morales. Sarah, welcome back to the chaos.
Thanks for having me back. I love that intro because, dating apps really do feel like DoorDash with the emotional consequences.
Right, except half the time you don't even get the food. You just sit there hungry.
Exactly. But you're right. We should be asking if these apps are really helping us connect or if they're just selling us the idea of connection.
Okay, so let's just cut the crap. Do these apps actually work? Like, people do get married from them. We've all seen those "we met on Hinge" stories. So what's the deal?
You're right. Some people do find long-term partners on apps, but the data shows it's not as common as we think. Pew Research did a 2022 survey and found that only about 12% of adults in the U.S. are in a committed relationship or marriage that started on a dating app, which means, the majority of relationships are still happening offline.
So basically, for most of us, apps are like buying scratch-off lottery tickets. Yeah, someone wins, but it's probably not you.
That's a good analogy. And it's not just the odds. The apps themselves create a psychological environment that's not actually conducive to building healthy connections.
Psychological environment. That sounds fancy. Break it down for me like I'm 5.
Okay, so first, choice overload. There was a Stanford study in 2020 that showed that when people are given too many options, they make worse decisions and feel less satisfied with what they choose. Dating apps give you essentially infinite people. Swipe left, swipe right, swipe again. And because there are endless profiles, your brain is always wondering, well, maybe the next one will be better.
So it's like Netflix. You scroll for 45 minutes, then just go to bed without watching anything.
Exactly. Or you settle on something, but you're not really happy because there were 100 other choices.
Okay, that explains why I've seen people go on one date and then immediately hop back on the apps like, well, she was nice, but what if my soulmate's 3 swipes away?
Right. And the second big factor is dopamine loops. Every match, every notification is a little hit of dopamine. There's research in Psychology Today showing the apps are designed to function like slot machines. They keep you hooked, but not necessarily fulfilled.
So basically, dating apps are the Vegas of love.
Pretty much. And then we have ghosting culture. A 2021 University of Georgia study found that over 70% of people on apps had been ghosted. And ghosting has a psychological impact. It can actually trigger the same part of the brain as physical pain.
Oh shit, so when someone disappears after 3 dates, it's like they punched me in the gut.
Exactly. And the anonymity and detachment of apps make it easier for people to treat others as disposable.
Yeah, that's the word, disposable. You start to feel like a product on a shelf, not a person.
And that's why we see higher rates of burnout and dating fatigue among app users.
Okay, so let me recap. Apps are basically infinite menus that trick us with dopamine, leave us unsatisfied, and then gut punch us with ghosting. What a self-pitch. All right, so Sarah, let's say I delete the apps tomorrow. What the hell am I supposed to do? Stand in a park with a sign that says single and desperate?
Maybe not that, but the good news is people are still meeting offline. And the psychology of attraction actually favors in-person connections.
Okay, hit me. How do people do it without swiping?
First, shared context. Research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships shows that people are more likely to form lasting relationships when they meet through shared activities or communities, like at work, through hobbies, volunteering, or mutual friends.
So you're saying I should start knitting classes?
If you like knitting, yes, because when you meet in a context you both enjoy, you already have a foundation. It's not just you're hot, I'm hot. It's we both like this thing.
Okay, but what if you're introverted and you hate leaving the house?
Good question. The mere exposure effect, a psychological principle, says that the more we're exposed to someone, the more we tend to like them. So, even just showing up consistently in social spaces, a coffee shop, a gym class, a book club, increases your chances of forming connections.
So it's not about being the loudest in the room, it's about being in the room.
Exactly.
All right, but what about flirting in the wild? Like, is it still okay to walk up to someone at Trader Joe's and say, hey, you look like you also can't decide between oat milk and almond milk?
Yes, as long as it's respectful. Actually, studies on pro-social behavior suggest that casual interactions, even light small talk with strangers, improve well-being. So asking a genuine question or making a situational comment can be a great icebreaker.
Okay, so the oat milk line is in play. Good to know. Now, Sarah, here's the part that really freaks me out. It's not just rejection anymore. It's rejection going viral. Like if you shoot your shot and it goes badly, suddenly you're a meme on Instagram.
Yes, and this is a real phenomenon. In psychology, we call it social evaluation anxiety, the fear of being judged by others. A 2021 study from the University of Michigan found that fear of public embarrassment has significantly increased among young adults, largely due to social media.
Right. Like back in the day, you'd ask someone out. Maybe they said no, maybe it was awkward, but that was it. Now, you could end up on TikTok under cringe guy tries to flirt.
Exactly. And that amplifies rejection sensitivity, which is a tendency to anxiously expect and overreact to rejection. A 2019 study published in Journal of Personality linked rejection sensitivity to lower dating confidence and avoidance behaviors.
So people are basically scared to even try.
Yes, and that's a huge barrier because real-life connection requires vulnerability.
Damn. No wonder people stick to swiping. It feels safer than risking humiliation on the internet.
It does feel safer, but it's also less fulfilling. The irony is most people don't actually want to mock others, but the possibility of going viral creates this culture of fear.
Okay, but like, what do we do about it? Because I'm not trying to become content against my will.
Fair. One strategy is to start small. Engage in conversations in environments you feel secure, like with mutual friends or in group settings. It lowers the perceived risk.
So basically, take baby steps. Don't go full rom-com confession in the middle of Starbucks.
Exactly. Build confidence gradually.
All right, Sarah, let's land this plane. If someone listening right now is like, okay, I hate apps, I want to try real life, what's the game plan?
I'd break it down into 3 steps. Step 1, build social habits. Put yourself in environments where conversations can naturally happen. That could be a cooking class, a friend's party, or a community event. Step 2, use approachability signals. Psychology research shows that nonverbal cues, smiling, eye contact, open body language, significantly increase the likelihood of someone engaging with you.
So no crossing your arms and glaring. Got it.
Right. Step 3, reframe rejection. This is crucial. A 2020 Harvard Business Review article showed that people who reframe rejection as redirection, as in, this wasn't a fit, but I learned something, recover faster and stay more resilient.
So basically, it's not, I suck, it's, this one didn't work, on to the next.
Exactly. And that mindset is what keeps people from burning out.
Okay, I love that. So basically, show up, look approachable, don't crumble if someone says no. Easy-ish.
Easier said than done, but with practice, it becomes second nature.
All right, I feel like we just saved people thousands of wasted swipes. Sarah, thank you so much for coming back and dropping the wisdom bombs.
Always a pleasure.
And for everyone listening, if you're tired of being ghosted, maybe it's time to put the phone down and just, talk to someone like a human. Wild concept. Anyway, that's all we've got for today's episode of Then, Now, MU. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more, there's a link in the description to previous episodes. I'm your host, and until next time, go flirt responsibly.